Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Cinco Symposium. Alright, we're going to go break down a video of a cop approaching a car and what not to do and how to not act around a cop. Because, you know, as much as I'm a believer that we need cops, I'm a supporter of cops and the fact that they're out there doing their job. Are there bad cops? Absolutely. Should cops have body cams? Absolutely. Should we break down every situation and see if a cop did good or not? Yes. And if a cop does bad, should we prosecute him and throw him away? Yes. There needs to be a lot of accountability with cops. All for it. You know, I think there's a nice median to having cops, but there is certain things you do need to know of if a cop pulls you over and how to act and how to behave, and that is something that every person should discuss with their children. I've heard that like people of color have to have that discussion with their kids. I'm gonna give you a news flash. I was given that talk of how to, when I started driving, how to act when I got around a cop. Yes, sir. No, sir. Or ma'am. No, ma'am. Hands on the wheel. Already have your stuff out in front of you so they know you're not reaching down anywhere. You know, there's just certain etiquette you need to have when a cop. But so we're going to watch this video and show you how not to act. Before we do, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe. Let me know what you think. All right, let's get into it.
Hey, man. You can stay in your car. You can stay in the car, man. You can have a seat.
What?
Have a seat. So I'm stopping you for going 50 miles an hour to 25.
What are you talking about?
So I need you to sit down.
All right, so that's first mistake, right? Like getting out of the car quickly and, you know, I'm not gonna say aggressively, but I'm just saying, like, if a cop's approaching your vehicle, you need to have the window down so he can see. You want to make the cop feel as comfortable as possible, because there's been too many situations where a cop comes up and you know, people either just turn around and start shooting them, or something happens. The cop, you want to make the cop feel as good as possible about you, that you're not a threat, that he's just going to come in, tell you whatever's wrong, either give you a hopefully give you a warning, or, you know, if you get a ticket, then move about your, like, you're not making things better. You're already in the situation. It's like quicksand. The more you struggle to try to get out of it, the worse it's going to be. So if you're pulled over, the best thing that you can do is be calm, because the cop's gonna be reading you. He's gonna be looking at your body language. He's gonna be looking at how you're reacting. And if you're nervous and fidgety, then he's gonna be thinking, okay, there's something more serious going on, and this guy is a higher risk to me in this whole situation. So I'm gonna be more alert. He's gonna be more likely to, you know, to do something more drastic. But if you're calm and relaxed, hey, officer, how's it going? Then he pretty much knows you're not a threat. That, you know, you're just somebody that was speeding. You know, they deal with that, but you need to keep the cop as relaxed as possible. And let me tell you something. You hopping out of the car real quick and standing up does not make him relaxed. Now you seem like you're on the offensive, like you're about to come at him instead of sitting in the car nice and quiet. So the cop is now, he's nervous. He's, you know, more high alert. He's going to start having adrenaline start pumping through him. And then especially when he tells you to get back in the car and you don't do it, just say, hey, man, just go sit back down. And then you still don't do it, and then he explains to you, like, yeah, you were speeding. You were going 50 or 55 in a 25. You're going super fast, bud. And he explains to you, and you're still standing. He's going to be even more on high alert.
I think you're messing with me.
So no, I'm not.
I think you're messing with me. I think you're messing with me.
No,
I think you're messing with me. I think you're messing with me.
You're okay. I'm not messing with you. You need to
Why
have
are
a
you
seat.
grabbing me? Why are you grabbing me? I want to talk.
And so he's pushing forward towards the cop, and so the cop put his arm up, like, and why you grab me? Why you grab me? And when they talk real fast, I don't know, but I'm gonna assume if you're just saying some shit, if you're just talking really fast and saying some dumb stuff, I'm like, okay, well, this person's probably on something. He may be on and kind of making his mind go a little loopy. Which, guess what? Even more high alert now, because you're unpredictable. You're not a normal brain. You're a brain on some type of narcotic or something, and you're pushing at me. So, like, it's just making the situation even worse.
Okay, have a seat. Have a seat.
Why are you grabbing me?
Have a seat now.
Why are you grabbing me?
Have a seat. Have a seat or
I
turn around.
haven't done anything.
Okay.
I'll
Sit down. Sit down. Sit
I'll sit in the
down.
car.
Sit down.
I'll sit in
Sit
the
down.
car.
Sit down. He's trying to grab my gun. He's trying to grab my gun. Get off my gun. Get off my gun. Get off my gun. Get off my gun.
Definitely don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to grab for the gun.
Let him flat on your back.
Dumb move. Alright, so we're gonna go back, but so the cop at that point, right before he grabs the gun, he's giving commands. And if a cop gives you a command, like I said, you're already in the situation. You're already in the quicksand. It does no good to struggle. You need to, like I said, if you start fighting back, you only increase your chance of dying, of getting shot. But here we got the guy, he's not cooperating. The guy's saying, hey, sit down. Just sit back down in the car. The guy doesn't want to do it. He wants to be up out of the car, and then he immediately grabs for the cop's gun. When you grab for the cop's gun, that is only signifying that, hey, I'm trying to take your weapon that has the capability to kill someone. That's what it's used for. It's used for self-defense of the cops in case something like this does happen. So if a guy reaches for a cop's gun, that guy's telling the cop, I'm trying to take your weapon and I'm going to kill you with it. That's the only outcome that cop can think of when you reach for his gun and try to take it. And he's now fighting for his life now. He's now got and you better be lucky that he doesn't kill you in that process. Because let me tell you something. If someone comes after me, I'm not a cop, but if someone comes after me, and if I had a gun on me and they try taking my gun, I'm shooting them. I'm Kyle Rittenhousing them, because that's what self-defense is. And if you're trying to take my gun, all I can think of is you're trying to take it and you're going to kill me with it. You're going to kill me, you maybe kill my family, you're going to kill other people around. That's the only outcome you can think of. And so what am I going to do to make sure that you don't get that gun? I'm going to do everything I can. And so when a cop has to be extremely careful, because he can't just flat out kill you. He's got to fight you, and then cops need to be better trained on this. They need to have more training and fighting techniques, martial arts, takedowns, things like that. And I think they need to have physical standards. So when this does happen, they absolutely can take the person down without having to just straight up shoot them. But if someone's trying to grab a cop's gun and they end up getting shot, I'm not going to feel bad for that person. I'm just not. You went for the cop's gun. We have it on video. It's evidence. You see it. You started this altercation. You didn't follow the cop's orders. You got out of the car. You didn't sit back down. Then you reached for his gun. I'm going to think you were trying to kill that cop. So if that would have happened, I wouldn't have felt bad. But the cop, was able to hold on to his gun, and at least cause enough physical pain to this guy where he dropped down, or he's hit him in the face, and controlled the situation where he could take him to the ground and actually detain him.
He's trying to grab my gun. He's trying to grab my gun. Get off my gun. Get off my gun. Get off my gun. Get off my gun.
Yep. So good. In the end, this guy's not dead. Lucky. He's going to go to jail. But yeah, don't try to grab a cop's gun. It's that simple. If you don't have... Is that blood there? I don't know if that's blood or not. It just looks like a drop of blood. Oh no, it wasn't. He must have nicked him, because look, it's right there, and then he punched him and he goes down.
Get off my gun!
And he comes in. Good. It's amazing that pain compliance, it's a thing. And if someone's trying to grab my gun, you're dang right, I'm going to punch him as well. I'm going to do everything I can to get him away from my gun. So, good on this cop. I don't think the cop did anything wrong. I think this guy was in the wrong. Like I said, how you should act if you were a normal person and you weren't high or you weren't on anything and you get pulled over by a cop and you show them your license, worst case scenario, they're going to hand you a ticket. And if you do have some situation where a cop's trying to frame you or something like that, then take the fight to court. That's why have dash cams in your car. Have as much possible evidence that you can, because people always want to say that cops are just corrupt. Get cameras in your car, and then go fight it in court and take the cop down. And if a cop does do something like that, if a cop's ever just being sketchy and arresting people for whatever reason, and never gets proven, let's prosecute him. Let's get him. He needs to be out of a position of power, and he needs to go serve jail time. I'm all for that. I'm all for corrupt cops going to jail, but this isn't the way. I don't know what this guy's goal was, but this isn't the way to do it. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button. Until next time, y'all have a great day.